Luka Doncic is excited about the Lakers' free agency moves, reports Dan Wokey Sports. He says his biggest desires for the roster were addressed, keeping Austin Reeves and getting an elite rim-protecting center in Walker Kessler. And this post was viewed.
The Lakers made headlines by spending heavily, giving up valuable draft assets, and reshaping their roster in a whirlwind of off-season moves. But the biggest storyline isn't the money or the trades. It's a quiet update involving one of the team's biggest stars that could completely change expectations for the season ahead. That single development has sparked fresh optimism throughout the organization and may end up being the most important move of the entire summer. Now the question is whether these bold decisions have finally transformed the Lakers into legitimate championship contenders or simply increased the pressure to deliver. Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know where you stand.
The Lakers are having a hell of an offseason. They've probably been the team with the most acquisitions. From what I can count, the Lakers have acquired 4 new players, and one of them is a major piece, Kessler Walker, that the Lakers were desperately in search for to kind of fill in the gap. It's something that Luka Doncic himself really wanted, and we knew that the Lakers had to make moves. The dark cloud that was hanging over them going into the offseason, once we finally found out that LeBron was not returning to the team, the Lakers acted swiftly. They were able to make 4 acquisitions in 35 minutes. 35 minutes.
The biggest update from the Lakers offseason isn't a new signing. It's the reaction from Luka Doncic. According to reports, the superstar is excited about the moves the organization has made, a sign that could be just as important as any transaction. The Lakers reportedly addressed 2 of his biggest priorities by keeping Austin Reeves and adding a true rim-protecting center in Walker Kessler. That suggests the front office listened to its franchise player and acted on his vision for the team. More than any contract or trade, Luka's confidence in the direction of the roster could be the most encouraging development of the entire offseason.
They made 4 acquisitions to the point where even people like Kendrick Perkins said the Lakers could potentially be the best offensive team in the NBA. Certainly, they'll be one of the most skilled teams.
Luka Doncic has the option to become a free agent after the 2027-28 season, making his long-term commitment one of the Lakers' biggest priorities. After building the franchise around him, the organization knows keeping its superstar satisfied is essential for the future. That is why every major move this offseason appears to be focused on creating the right environment for Luka to succeed. Reports that he is pleased with the team's direction quickly gained attention because fans recognize how important his confidence is to the franchise. For the Lakers, showing they are willing to meet their star players' expectations could be just as valuable as any roster addition they made this summer. The Lakers backed up their commitment to Luka Doncic by making sure the roster reflected the players he values most. One of their biggest priorities was retaining Austin Reeves, rewarding him with a 4-year contract worth around $185 million after his impressive rise from an undrafted player to a key contributor. The decision also helped prevent another team from making a serious push to sign him. By investing heavily in one of Luka's preferred teammates, the Lakers showed they are willing to spend to keep their core together and build the kind of supporting cast their franchise star wants around him.
Moves in free agency have been a hot topic in calls and texts amongst executives and agents, with plenty wondering if the Lakers overpaid for Walker Kessler and if they left themselves without any ammunition to upgrade the roster down the road. While the team isn't done with his roster build, as we reported yesterday, the Lakers are looking at wings. Jonathan Kuminga high on that list. Its move has received a thumbs up from the locker room presence that matter the most. According to league sources, Luka Doncic was excited about the Lakers signing, with the team addressing his biggest desires for the roster by keeping Austin Reeves and getting an elite rim.
The Lakers' belief in the Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves partnership goes beyond chemistry, as their time on the court together has already shown encouraging offensive results. Reeves has proven he can create his own offense when needed while also fitting naturally alongside Luka as a reliable shooter and playmaker, making him an ideal long-term teammate. The front office then addressed another major priority by acquiring rim-protecting center Walker Kessler on a 4-year deal, filling a position the team had been looking to strengthen. Reports indicated that adding a high-level center was one of Luka's biggest requests this offseason, and the Lakers responded by securing one of the league's top young defensive big men to help complete the roster around their franchise star. Quentin Grimes also joined the excitement surrounding the Lakers offseason by sharing a simple purple and gold heart on social media, reflecting the positive mood around the team's new direction. Interestingly, reports suggest Walker Kessler was not Luka Doncic's original choice at center, as Jalen Duren was initially viewed as a preferred target before Detroit decided to keep him. That led the Lakers to shift their focus to Kessler, a move that may prove just as valuable. His game is built around rebounding, rim protection, and finishing around the basket rather than demanding touches, making him an excellent fit alongside a ball-dominant playmaker like Luka. On paper, his skill set appears to match exactly what the Lakers were looking to add this offseason. Walker Kessler has built a reputation as one of the league's most effective young defensive centers, averaging impressive block numbers while consistently protecting the rim and finishing efficiently around the basket. His ability to set strong screens, rebound, and thrive without needing the offense built around him makes him an ideal fit alongside a playmaker like Luka Doncic, who has a history of creating easy scoring opportunities for his big men. The Lakers completed their roster overhaul at remarkable speed, finalizing the Kessler trade before quickly adding Sandro Mamukelashvili, Quentin Grimes, and Colin Sexton in a rapid series of moves. In less than an hour, the front office dramatically reshaped the team and signaled its commitment to building the right supporting cast around its franchise star.
I believe that they're going to be a top 4 seed. I'm not saying that they're going to win the Western Conference. I'm not saying any of that. But I think that they're going to be a top 4 seed in the West. Certainly, I think they got better. Obviously, they added more depth. They got younger. It's clear to see. So by that alone, I think they got better. I think earlier in the season last year, we saw that Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves played very well with one another. There's no question about it. The data certainly suggests so, right? We saw it. And now that we don't have any looming imminent news of when is LeBron returning to the team, I'm talking about last year, because we always wondered when he was going to be inserted back in the lineup. Is he going to gum up the works? We don't have to worry about any of that. I think that now the Lakers can just focus on gelling as a team.
For weeks, many wondered why the Lakers remained unusually quiet while other teams aggressively spent during free agency. The answer became clear once the organization's long-term plans finally took shape. After creating roughly $52 million in salary cap flexibility, the Lakers quickly went to work, making several major additions in a short span. Much of that financial freedom came after LeBron James' departure, which gave the front office a clearer path to reshape the roster and fully commit to its new direction. With more flexibility and a defined vision, the Lakers moved aggressively to build around Luka Doncic, assembling a lineup that appears to fit together far better than many initially expected. The Lakers' projected starting lineup features Luka Doncic running the offense alongside Austin Reeves, Quentin Grimes, Sandro Mamukelashvili, and Walker Kessler, giving the team a stronger mix of shooting, size, and interior defense than it had last season. Kessler's arrival finally addresses the need for reliable rim protection, while the rest of the lineup provides spacing around Luka. Another important addition is Colin Sexton, whose scoring ability could make an immediate impact off the bench. After struggling to get consistent production from its second unit last season, the Lakers now have a proven offensive spark capable of changing the pace of games and giving the reserves a much-needed boost. The Lakers didn't just strengthen their starting lineup, they also addressed one of their biggest weaknesses by improving the bench with younger, more energetic talent. This roster looks noticeably different from the group that finished last season, signaling a clear shift in the team's direction. Several familiar faces have moved on, including Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, and Jackson Hayes, while Rui Hachimura's future remains uncertain. At the same time, the arrival of 24-year-old Walker Kessler and other new additions has brought more youth and athleticism to the roster. After relying heavily on veteran players in recent years, the Lakers appear focused on building a faster, fresher team around their new core. The Lakers' aggressive offseason came with a significant financial and long-term cost. Altogether, the organization committed hundreds of millions of dollars, with Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Walker Kessler expected to account for a large share of the team's salary cap. That means the success of the roster will depend heavily on those three players delivering at a high level. The front office also paid a steep price in future assets, sending away multiple first-round picks and draft swaps to complete the deal for Kessler. As a result, the Lakers have sacrificed much of their future draft flexibility, making it clear they are fully committed to competing with their current core rather than building through upcoming drafts. The Lakers now have very few trade assets remaining after making their aggressive off-season moves, leaving limited flexibility for future roster changes. That has led to mixed reactions across the league, with some analysts believing the team paid too high a price to acquire Walker Kessler. Critics have pointed to the number of future draft assets surrendered, while others have also raised concerns about Kessler's durability after his previous season ended early because of injury. Although many view the move as a bold attempt to build a contender around Luka Doncic, it also carries significant risk. If the new core performs as expected, the gamble could pay off, but if injuries or other setbacks arise, the Lakers will have fewer options to reshape the roster in the years ahead. Walker Kessler's recent injury history is something the Lakers will have to monitor closely, especially considering the physical demands placed on rim-protecting centers throughout an NBA season. However, when healthy, his playing style appears to fit seamlessly alongside Luka Doncic. Kessler doesn't need the offense built around him. He focuses on protecting the basket, rebounding, setting screens, and finishing easy opportunities created by his teammates. While some critics remain concerned about the number of draft picks the Lakers gave up, others believe that concern is overstated. With a 26-year-old franchise star already in place, the organization is clearly focused on winning now rather than rebuilding, making proven talent a higher priority than future draft assets. The Lakers clearly believe this is the right time to invest in proven talent rather than hold on to future draft picks. With Luka Doncic entering the prime of his career, the organization has chosen to surround him with players who can help immediately instead of waiting for long-term prospects to develop. That approach has created growing optimism around the team, with some analysts even suggesting the Lakers could become one of the NBA's top offensive squads. On paper, the combination of Luka, Austin Reeves, improved floor spacing, a reliable lob threat, and stronger bench scoring gives the roster far more balance than it had before. Just as importantly, the constant uncertainty that surrounded the team last season has faded, allowing the Lakers to focus fully on building chemistry and chasing wins. With LeBron James moving into the next stage of his career, the Lakers can now fully shift their attention toward building around Luka Doncic. The distractions and uncertainty that followed the team last season have cleared, giving the franchise a chance to focus on chemistry, consistency, and creating a true Luka-led identity. Another major storyline is the arrival of new ownership, with Mark Walters' leadership bringing expectations of a more aggressive approach. Historically, the Lakers have always prioritized keeping their biggest stars happy, from supporting Magic Johnson's era to surrounding Kobe Bryant with championship-level talent and later making a major push for LeBron. Now Luka is receiving that same level of commitment, with the organization once again showing its willingness to do whatever it takes to build around a generational player. The Lakers have a long history of making aggressive moves to support their biggest stars, and Luka Doncic is now receiving that same level of commitment. The franchise previously made major decisions around players like LeBron James, including bringing in Anthony Davis and making other big roster moves in pursuit of another championship. Now, giving Luka the players he wants is simply another example of the Lakers' traditional approach of building around elite talent. The front office also appears far from finished, with reports of interest in adding more wing depth and continuing to strengthen the roster. Instead of waiting for opportunities to appear, the Lakers are actively searching for ways to improve. That urgency matters in a Western Conference that has become one of the toughest environments in basketball, where even talented teams need constant upgrades just to stay among the contenders. The Lakers' goal may not simply be winning the entire championship next season, but putting themselves in a position to compete with the best teams in the West. With the upgrades they made, earning a top spot in the standings appears realistic, but the conference is so competitive that the difference between home court advantage and a difficult play-in battle can be extremely small. That is why the front office chose to make aggressive moves instead of taking a cautious approach. Meanwhile, there is still a connection to the James family, as Bronny James is expected to continue developing with the Lakers under J.J. Redick, who has already invested time in helping him improve. Keeping that stability gives the young guard a chance to grow in a strong environment surrounded by experienced teammates. The biggest takeaway from the Lakers offseason is not just the arrival of Walker Kessler or the rapid series of roster moves they completed. The real headline is Luka Doncic's reported excitement about the direction of the team. After losing a superstar of LeBron James' magnitude, the Lakers' top priority was making sure their new franchise cornerstone felt supported and confident in the future. Every contract, trade, and sacrifice only matters if Luka believes in the vision and wants to be part of it. So far, the message from the organization appears clear. They are committed to building around him. The Lakers made a massive investment, sacrificed future flexibility, and transformed the roster quickly, all with one goal: creating a team Luka wants to lead. The Lakers accomplished their first major goal by creating a roster that has Luka Doncic excited about the future. Now comes the real test, turning the big investments, new additions, and positive energy into results when the season begins. The front office made aggressive moves, sacrificed valuable draft assets, and committed significant resources to build around its superstar. Keeping Luka confident in the team's direction was the first step, and now the challenge is proving those decisions can translate into wins. The question remains, did the Lakers build a true championship contender, or did they pay too much to make it happen? Share your thoughts and let us know where you stand.